for the first heat of the day. Xavier Huxtable getting his first real crack at the Challenger Series and really putting on a strong performance already. Big scores dropping.
We might see Ryder. Here we go.
Here we go. Xavier Huxtable is going to get the day underway here in the round of 16. Up against Josh Kerr. Tidy finish there. A clean start after a lengthy wait for the first set to roll through.
Oh, that's a nice way to start your morning. Lots of speed. Beautifully clean face to work with. And you also bump into them at night at some of the great restaurants and culinary delights around here, Rich.
Here we go. Josh Kerr is up deep, driving through the pit. Not a whole lot of cover, so he's got to make up some points here down the line. Big speed jam there. A mix-up with his equipment.
Forward acceleration. This one stretched out in front of him. Josh just pumping through the barrel here. It kind of ran off, so he had to switch to manoeuvres, a kind of lateral snap with all this energy focused down the line and kind of salvaged somewhat of a score by really throwing that air reverse. Great vision here. You can see tucks under. Jeez, he was flying on the...
Yeah, and he throws that board into rotation on the outside. Xavier Huxtable goes looking for his second score. Swings the tail. He had a 5.67 on his first wave.
There was a lateral nature to Kersey's wave, not taking anything away from the air rev at the completion, but Xavier's up again.
Oh, beautiful opening carve. Really leans on that heel side rail, rips the board into the bowl a couple of times down the line here. And he's loading up for a finish here over the foam. Does extremely well, the 22-year-old.
And the ability to have that back fin in just allows him to cut a little deeper and push harder through those turns.
These guys,
well here.
Yeah, they've just clearly identified what their strengths are and what their point of difference is going to be against their opponent. And Xavier's just bringing the power game, Rich, and Josh is looking for the airs and the barrels, the high speed down the line.
Oh, you could see just the board leaning on its rail there as Xavier just ropes these top turns.
But like yesterday, his opening manoeuvres were brilliant. And Josh now is going to try and answer. Got the speed, has the section, looks to spin. But just can't stay in touch with the equipment there. Turn that he can lean into.
Yeah, and it worked extremely well down at Bells as we see action.
Yeah, Josh Kerr locks in, holds the wall of that wave, maxing out his time behind the curtain. But you saw that one extend, stretch out and shut down with Josh inside. So Xavier Huxtable up at the moment, trying to better a 5.67 here. Nice wall standing up. Couple of good hits on the lip. Gets the finish. It was fast work as that wave steamrolled across the sandbar.
Check it out on the Burton Automotive replay. Little bigger this wave. Clicks that first turn, little mini airdrop, and the final turn there. Projects out, great tempo. This is Kersey.
Josh Kerr here, Vaughan, and just trying to find a high impact turn there before the wave shut down. Yeah, Tom Carroll, Barton Lynch, Glenn Hall. The list goes on.
Dayar Neve.
Here we go. This is the wave that Josh Kerr needed. Great cover. Beautiful pit out onto the open face. Rips the carve. And now goes looking for the finish here on the inside. Bit of foam to deal with. No dramas for the old boy. And he is going to get himself right back in this heat, chasing a 7.17. His tube riding's been spot on the last couple of days. There's another one for the memory bank. Deep on the takeoff here, Rich.
Yeah, just finds some cover. Fully disappears in that one for a moment. And that's a better hack from Josh.
Xavier Huxtable now after a 6.18. Here he goes. Again, just forcing that board up into the lip.
And we just check out the replay of Zave's last wave. Just that airdrop, a little late to the party on the final turn.
Just completely fearless, but also growing up at Snapper Rocks has helped him to create just a mad affinity with the tube.
Won't say where.
No.
I value my life too much.
Here we go. So movement on the outside, and time is ticking by. Xavier Huxtable probably getting his last shot at the lead here. Big opening turn, free falls out the lip. It's a quality wave, and he delivers some quality turns there. Does well to stay on his feet, pumps his fist after a 6.18, and you've got to compare it to what he got on the previous ride for the 6.5. It feels like it's going to go there, Rich.
Let's break down the replay here. Beautiful top turn, heaps of spray. This second one just ropes it around, gets a mini tail release through, and it was late. The third turn was late, but he got there and he completed it.
This is just unreal. Big airdrop out of that. Little warble in that face there is what it was, but the second turn, he just put everything into it.
But on the outside, before the hooter sounds, Josh Kerr gets his opportunity. Gets the big hit. Can he stick the air? Throws it out into the flats. And the only thing really bringing Josh undone with those big airs is this offshore wind this morning.
Let's have a look at Josh's wave. Comes around off the bottom, off the top. Streaking down the line. Goes for the big flyaway 360 air, but doesn't pull it.
We knew that this guy had massive potential. He just had to crack the Challenger Series. And he has turned up today.
Seems.
And put it together a fantastic heat.